Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah, because these ones going whenever. There we go. Probably turn this side.
How you doing? This is William Pooler with the 757 Original Volt, and I am here with 710 Oil. How y'all doing?
Hey, all right, man.
Introduce
How's it going?
yourself.
I'm Ernie.
I'm Jake.
I'm Vinny.
Just kidding, I'm Les.
I'm Chris.
All right. These guys have been out kicking the music scene and kicking it in good. Tell us about some of your shows that you've done, some nationals.
What have we been doing, Chris?
We just went open for Vince Neil. It had to be at least 2,000 people on a field, which was ridiculous. Dream come true. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was awesome playing with Vince.
Vince
Zoltan
Zoltan.
is a monster.
Played with Nicky. You know, we always wanted to play with Motley Crue. It's not going to happen now. We're picking them off one at a time. We might not make it to Mick, but we're going after Tommy next.
I know Mick's putting out an album.
Yes, he is.
We might get to play with Mick too. And
That's all. I love that.
See,
I
I've been a
love that
little
video
busy
because
myself.
father's daughter there. I love that video, man. That's great.
Well, then there's hope. We can still play with Motley Crue individually.
That's good.
That's our bucket list now.
There's not many left on the bucket list. We pretty much play with everybody we've grown up to, listening to. Last summer we got to do, it was kind of like an 80s hair band festival that had all of them. It was 3 days long and we got to play in it, which was ridiculous. It had everybody from Slaughter, Faster Pussycat, LA Guns, Trickster, Kicks. It was unbelievable, man. We have played with everybody over the past 2 years that comes on the radio. It's the things that we remind ourselves all the time when we're on the road. We in Tennessee and Alabama, West Virginia, that hey boys, rock and roll brought us here. We're not swinging a hammer to come out here. We're not driving a rig to be out here. We're coming out here to strum our guitars and sing and play rock and roll, and that's it. So we got to see the entire East Coast this summer for the first time as a band together as a unit. We've seen everything from Atlantic City to Tampa.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I ask about Ernie? Is that cool? No, you know, he is the new member.
Can they not hear you when you do that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have that.
you got to hold that mic over your head.
That's the new member.
Well, Chris, you got what are you in a conversation? What are you doing?
He's
Yeah. I thought this was something else.
You can ask about Ernie. Ernie knows what the deal about Ernie.
That's all. I'll cut all that out.
Yeah.
Ernie knows the deal
He's
about
totally hetero. I mean,
This-
everybody wants to ask, but it's cool.
This is a question for
There's
you,
anything wrong
Ernie.
with that.
So how does it feel being a part of something special?
710 Oil is a great band. If any other guitarist was asked to do this gig, they would be crazy not to. And the reason being is you get to have fun with melody and leads. I mean, we all grew up playing E major scale, but you can have an E major 7th and put any mode to that you want because Chris gives you the moment of emotion. I have a deep bass player here, and I have a phenomenal timekeeper here where my abilities, they just shine. Like it or not, they shine. And I love these guys.
That's awesome.
We love you too.
So tell me about some of your originals. Are you going back in the studio? I guess I would talk to you about that.
We are always telling one another to go in the studio, and then I write a new song, and then we learn that song, and then we spend a month getting that song down, and then we say, okay, let's go record, and then I write another song,
Then we go play them live.
and then we go play them live. We're a live band. We've got a CD out. We're very much in the process of, we've got enough material to do 2 more discs, but I don't think we want to do a CD. The CD era is kind of over, so we're going to start putting out songs like we do with our videos once every Monday. We're not putting out a song every Monday yet, but we're not looking to put out a CD anytime soon. We're not looking to put out a full-length anything anytime soon. We're putting out videos. We're putting out videos of our songs, whether they're live or not. And we're a live entity, so we want people to come see us, experience what we do, experience how we do it. Obviously, we will record but we're not looking to put out a full-length anything. We're gonna put songs out individually, one by one, until everybody has enough songs that they can make their own album, and we'll let our fans call it whatever they wanna call it. But we think those days are over.
Plain lives are correct.
Yeah, actually.
Do y'all have any local influences?
Well, yeah, we do the CSO's cover. There's a lot of bands in this town that would not be able to do what we do if CSO's wasn't out there doing what they did 20 years ago. I was following them guys around as a young punk kid and Wicked Stepchild. You guys were in Kid Pool, and everybody knows what CSO's was doing in them days. They were doing a lot of what we're doing today. We have to pay homage to the to the bands that are there before us.
Yeah.
And that's why we do a cover song. Their cover song that's on the radio is so that people, first off, don't forget about CSO's and don't forget about local music. I couldn't fathom how I would feel if another band came out and played one of our songs.
Yes.
That'd just be ridiculous cool. I'm not asking anyone to do that.
Yeah, but it would be
but,
nice.
Those guys have seen us do it and have nothing but positive things to say about it. So, yeah, I mean, you got those. There's a bunch of bands from that era that those people are still around in other bands. Kid Pool was a good push back in them days. Abusement Park was a big push back in them days.
Right.
A band called ETA was a big push back in them days. There used to be a massive scene here. Like there's a hip hop scene here now where all the people are coming here like they go to LA for rock and roll. It's a massive hip hop rap scene here. Well, there was a massive scene here not long ago for rock and roll. And a lot of those guys might have grown out of it, but their kids damn sure haven't. And their kids are playing in bars, and the guys that used to own the bars back then still come around and watch us play now. There's a music scene here.
Yeah.
That people just have to come out and see it. I would love FM 99 to support it.
Yeah.
But in
Second that notion.
there's some really, really, really talented rock and roll here, as well as hip hop, that could make everybody's radio play list any day of the week.
Yeah. Denny, any local influences?
Local influences, it's hard because I've been in this band for 20 years, scratch that. I've been in this band a long time. And, so I didn't really get to grow up at the scene like you guys did because I'm from New Jersey. So growing up for me was a lot of local cats, that inspired me to play music. So, touching back on the local thing, I think if everybody, supported that, and then we would have some more great music to listen to. So, but yeah, I mean, locally, I could say Mindset was a really good band to me, kick-ass band, and also the other band, Nemesis, back in the day. I really enjoyed watching them guys play back in the day. For me, I think Nemesis was probably one of the best bands to me in that time period. So, but yeah.
How about you, Les?
I mean, they left me with nobody. I mean, not nobody. I mean, like you said, there's a ton, but they left me with my favorites already being said. But I also came from a different side of the scene. I was more over on the King's Head side when I was starting out. So I got more exposed to Jimmy Chicken's Shack, which they're not necessarily local per se, but they're close enough. But I was getting that and Baby Fat, bands like that over at Tux. And then what brought me over to their side was started recording at Red Cell with Jimmy, and I heard what he was working on at the time, which was Reverie.
Yes.
So that got us into that scene of the Guilds, where everybody was playing, which is where I met these fuckheads. These fuckheads.
You're gonna have to use beeps with us.
These crazy knuckleheads. We'll go that route. But just in playing with the project I was in at the time, and it just escalated from there. And here we are, a few years later. But yeah, man, really to hit it on the head, it's all those bands they just mentioned which were all the bands I met once I got into that scene, because that to me was the scene. And it was fortunate to be introduced to that. Glad we walked in that studio, because that's what
Yeah.
got us in that Virginia Beach scene, which the Norfolk scene, for me, obviously there's a punk scene in Norfolk. It's not my scene. My scene was where these guys are, obviously, you know. Yeah, rock and roll scene, man. That's where it was, Virginia Beach.
How about you, Aaron?
Well, to be honest, his name is definitely Richie Shar
Oh, shit.
from White Trash Circus. Before I joined these fellas, I had the opportunity to do some fill-ins with White Trash Circus. And Richie, being the killer guitar player that he is, he wanted to get together at the School of Rock. Totally understand, because he wanted to go over the harmonies. So we nailed all of that, but then we started to freestyle. And you know, one of my dedicated guitar players I really look forward to seeing and hearing is Joe Satriani, and he even talks about the blues, but I totally shunned that out of my head. But when Richie and I sat down, he goes, Ernie, you know, you got a wonderful vibrato, and you have a wonderful feel, but I don't hear any blues in there. That made an impact, and it has definitely worked for 710 Oil. So I thank Richie Shar, sorry, dude. He taught me something there. I should have learned that a long time ago. So I thank you, buddy.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it, bro.
When's your next local gig? After October 10th, right around October 10th.
Local gig? What we got? October 8th is at Greenies.
That's the day the show's.
One of our, well, that would be
Yeah.
tonight, according to the show.
Actually, if you can do something like that, that'd be great, because it's going to come out on the 8th, so you can say, hey, come on out tonight. You know? So it's going to run the week, you know,
Right, yeah, no,
afterwards, but who
we'll be
cares?
right
So
on.
they go out to Greenies next Saturday too. Fuck them.
Alright, let's try it
Greenies
again.
will love
Well,
it.
we're agreed that on the 8th, that's,
When's your next local show?
Tonight at Greenies.
Now that's an
Let's
inside
do
joke.
that again. Let's do that again.
Scandals, right?
great.
Well, we will run the scandals.
Well,
Lighter!
This coming out until the 8th. That's
To the
what
8th,
went
okay.
through my head. That's
There
why
you
I
go.
said Greenies.
Yeah, so it'll be Greenies that
Let's
night.
try it one more time.
Now I'm fucking losing it. Ask Vinny. Vinny will take this one
I
out.
don't know, where's my
Okay,
phone?
you ready? You ready, everybody?
My phone?
Can we get a fan?
So when's your next local show?
What are we playing?
I don't know.
We're gonna be at Greenies, our favorite place in the
Yeah,
whole
October
wide
8th.
world.
The
to
day that
play.
this airs,
You
we'll
wanna
be at
say
Greenies
tonight?
that night. So you want to say tonight at Greenies.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was
How
totally.
about y'all? So
He's still
everybody
on
say
Let's
it.
see what we deal with.
You want to try everybody one time?
They're gonna say
Yeah,
Greenies.
that'll be kind of like
Go
cheerleaders.
ahead.
Alright,
Vinny will-
you ready? When's your next local show?
We're actually-
Who's gonna answer it now? Well, there's one you two answer it.
You
The
ready?
rest two will watch.
You ready?
I'll let Ben answer. Ben, you got this.
Here we go, it's tonight, right?
Yes.
When's y'all's next local show?
It's tonight at Greenies, in Ocean View.
See you there. Alright, and can we get y'all to do 757 Rocks?
Can we do some outtakes on this too?
Actually, we'll put the whole interview in its entirety on the website, but I'll only take 5 minutes of it and put it on the show.
Yeah, I know.
That
Just
part
say,
will be in there.
Just say, we're 710 Oil, and we're watching 757
Right.
Rocks. Is that good?
Yeah, you're kind of covering Chris, so you guys just a little bit back. There you go.
You guys ready?
2, 3, 1.
We're 710 Oil, and you're watching 757 Rocks.
What a douche.
That works for me.
Y'all guys
It was
ready?
the count, dude.
You don't say what it
You
is.
said 2, 3, 1.
Did I take you 3 more? Yeah. Let's do it again.
Come on.
No, I thought that was cool.
Okay.
Was that not good?
I liked it.
Okay.
It fit them
That's
right
good.
now.
Yeah. Retakes are retakes.
Just
Six
quit
guys
get
now.
douche, man. It's what it is, man. It is what it is. It's rock and roll. Move on. This shit is not that serious, man.
Fun, man.
I
We play
think
guitars.
that
interview.
We play guitars for a living,
It's
dude.
little-
This is not that big.
It's a little animated. Everybody else comes in and they're thinking they're doing something for NBC. This is just a little
Yeah, they clean
entertainment
up,
show
man. They-
Local.
yeah.
that local musicians most
Alright.
likely watch. You know?
Try one more time.
Alright.
Ready? Go.
Hey, we're 710
710
Oil.
Oil.
All right, let's do it. Are we gonna have to count this down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready?
Alright.
Set. Go.
We're 710
and
Oil.
you're watching.
757 Rocks. But you got your arm out in front of me.
I you told him that.
All right, let's
So there you go. This new guy over here. What's this guy doing here?
Go. 3, 2, 1.
We're 710 Oil.
And
You're
we're
watching
watching
757 Rocks. Peace.
Perfect.
That's a good one right there. You hear that?
Fun stuff.